guys, and welcome back to another comparison video, this time between two EOS products, the Vanilla Bean and the Vanilla Mint flavors, so let's get started. First off, as they are both EOS products, they're the same format, they're both spheres, they're both the domed lip balms. That stays the same because, again, same product line, same essential product, just a different flavor. And packaging-wise, the only real difference is that this is blue and stripy, and this is just beige. But that's because this is part of the Visibly Soft collection, and this is not. And as this is part of the collection with the stickers, this one has a slightly different texture than this guy here. But yeah, again, as they're both EOS products, they are natural and organic. This one's limited edition. This one's not. This is part of their permanent line. This one just comes around usually every winter, but not this past winter, the year before. They did the Rachel Roy collection instead. So who knows if they're going to bring it back again this coming winter, if they're going to do something different there. Only time will tell. The amount of product you get is the same in both. It's 1/4 ounce. Shelf life is essentially the same on both, except since one is newer, obviously one has a fresher date on it than the other. Price point wise, you're going to pay less for this guy here because you can buy it individually versus Vanilla Bean, which has never been sold on its own. You always have to get it in the 3-pack. So, depending how much you see the 3-pack going for, it'll cost you that much. Sturdiness wise, this one is sturdier than this one, as this one is sort of a harder plastic, whereas this one's more rubberized. But they do have it in common that there's no real special features like SPF or medication. Now, scent-wise, this is where it gets interesting. They're actually very, very similar. Let me open them both up here. Wow, in this lighting, the Vanilla Bean one looks almost greenish. Well, I guess they both kind of do. They both have that same color. Weird. But, yeah. You don't usually notice the mint on the Vanilla Mint one until you do it back-to-back with Vanilla Bean, and then you realize that, oh, I guess there is some mint in there. But yeah, it's a very subtle scent on this one. This one's more pronounced, but weirdly enough, I feel like I smell more vanilla scent on this one, even though it's like a half-and-half mixture with that and mint, than I do on that one. To be fair, it's not a very heavily saturated mint. It's kind of an afterthought. You definitely taste it when you get a little bit of it in your mouth, and you can kind of tell it's there, especially when you check them back to back, but it's a very, very subtle mint. It's almost entirely vanilla. So they're actually pretty similar overall. I was actually kind of disappointed when I finally got into Vanilla Bean that there wasn't more of a difference between these two, because honestly I figured, as this was Vanilla Mint, and this is just vanilla, that it would be way more different since it's just the one flavor and there's no mint in there. But yeah, it's almost the same thing. Who knew? Who knew? But yeah, it's one of those things. I remember even when I reviewed this one, that I was thinking that I don't really smell the mint and it just smells like vanilla, and my opinion has not changed very much on that. So, for whatever that's worth to you. I also find it fitting that, at least of the EOS products that are out as of making this right now, that I've kind of bookended my collection with the two vanilla flavors. This was the first EOS flavor I ever bought, was the Vanilla Mint, whereas the Vanilla Bean was the final one I needed to complete my collection. How it worked out that way, I don't know. It wasn't intentional. It literally just worked out that way. Now, there is some difference when it comes to consistency, because the Vanilla Bean, at least of what I've used so far, which, as you can tell, isn't much. This one I've used more of. You can tell when I tilt it like that there's a big diagonal slant on it. But, whereas this one hasn't had much use yet, because I didn't want to use up too much of it before doing my review. But anyway, Yeah, this one's not very thick, and to be fair, the Vanilla Bean isn't terribly thick either. It's definitely on the thinner side of a lip balm, but it is thicker than Vanilla Bean is. And it does stay on considerably longer. Vanilla Bean, even just after I did my video earlier, it was gone from my lips in less than an hour, and I didn't even eat or drink anything afterwards, and it was gone. This one managed to stay on for a couple of hours, even with drinking and eating stuff, so it's got some more longevity to it than that one. It's got a bit more body to it, but it's not horribly thick, so just saying, both of the vanillas are kind of a thin formula to them, but if you want one that's a little thicker, I would go with the Vanilla Mint. In terms of moisturization, I would definitely have to go with the Vanilla Mint over the Vanilla Bean, because I didn't feel like Vanilla Bean did that much for me, whereas the Vanilla Mint at least does feel like it's doing something when I wear it. And the shine factor, same thing, I lean towards Vanilla Bean because it has more of a shine than, or Vanilla Mint, I should say. I'm getting them mixed up because they're such similar names. I lean towards Vanilla Mint because Vanilla Bean doesn't have much shine to it, which is funny because the wax looks like it has more of a shine than this guy, but it's just because this one's been used more and it's worn down. But yeah, this one actually does have some amount of shine to it, whereas Vanilla Bean it's got a little bit, but it's almost kind of dull, so there's that. But yeah, they're ultimately pretty similar, but just in my own experience so far with these two flavors, I have noticed that I seem to I lean towards the Vanilla Mint a little more just because it seems to do more for me, but my opinion could change with time because it may just be that the Vanilla Bean one is new and I haven't really properly broken it in yet, so who knows, but as of right now, as of making this comparison video, I would say this one wins over this one, but not by much. I'd still say they're both definitely worth having in your collection, and they're definitely both worth using. Just if I had to pick one over the other, I would go with this one over that one, and not just because it's pretty and blue. So, anyway, that's all from me on this, so as usual, if you liked the video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, leave comments down below. Until next time, bye!